What's up, everybody? Emerald Void here.
This is Link Shadow.
And welcome to this episode of Adventures with an AI. So in this episode, we are going to be doing a apocalyptic playthrough. And we got to select a character. So do you want to be a soldier, scavenger, survivor, or a courier?
Not really sure. We could do courier or we could do scavenger.
I think scavenger would be cool.
Okay.
And then what is our character's name? So I'm gonna go with, I'm thinking scavenger, because, you know, keep it pretty basic. Generating story, please wait. You are scavenger, a scavenger trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a rusty knife and a canteen. You walk for 2 hours and take a break. You've left your town in search of food. You look around and see that you're not far from where you started. Suddenly a voice calls out to you. Hey, you there! It's an old man with a cane who looks like he hasn't slept in days. He wears rags and his face is covered in dirt and grime.
Ask him if he hates seagulls.
Say, do you hate seagulls? There probably wouldn't even be any seagulls in the world. They're probably all dead.
Yeah.
Apparently spelled seagulls wrong.
Is it 2 L's?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay.
No, the old man says, looking at you. I just don't understand why they attack people. They only do it because they can't find anything else to eat. The old man walks ahead of you and stops beside a large pile of rubble. I'm going to ask him his name. What is your name? So yeah, guys, this is the first time me and Link Shadow have done a video on the channel in like a pretty good while.
It's been a minute.
Let's see what his name is. I hope he's got a stupid name so I can make fun of him. My name is Scavenger, you reply. Well, I'm glad you're here then, but I think we should talk about something more interesting than seagulls. The old man says, walking over to you. Well, ask him what his name was. How old is the man? How old are you, the old man asks. 17, you reply. Oh, well that's good then, the old man says, looking down at himself. But what year are you? What year were you born? Yesterday. I was born yesterday. We not smart. We not got brains.
Stupid.
Yeah, yesterday was yesterday, you reply. Well that's good too. But what year are you? The old man continues to ask. You shrug and say, I don't know. The old man sighs and puts his hand on your shoulder. I don't like where this is going. Say, I don't like where this is going. Shit, going. Don't worry about it, the old man says. Just tell me what year you were born. Say, why does it matter? Because I want to know if you're going to be here tomorrow night or not, the old man replies. You nod your head. Yes, I'll be here tomorrow night. Leave. I don't know. I just want to, no. You turn around and walk away. You're tired of talking to him. Maybe you'll get bored and go back home, or maybe you should stay here until tomorrow, until morning. Who knows? Explore. Actually, go exploring. No. Go searching for food. Because that's what we were originally supposed to be doing anyway. Looking for food. Maybe we'll find some mutants or something to kill.
Do we have any weapons though? We have a rusty knife.
A rusty knife and a gun.
Do we have a gun?
We will.
Okay.
You decide to sleep early since you need all the energy you can. All the energy you can get before heading out tomorrow. You spend most of the day wandering through the ruins looking for food. Eventually you come across some scraps of meat that seem edible enough. You eat them quickly and feel refreshed. Keep exploring the ruins. Maybe we'll find something cool in the ruins.
Possibly.
I want to do a Fist of the North Star prompt for this. I think that'd be cool as shit. After eating your dinner, you continue exploring the ruins. You start finding more things to scavenge from the place. It seems that there is an abundance of food in these ruins, so you have no problem scavenging whatever you find.
Take everything.
Take everything. As you continue to explore the ruins, you notice a large pile of rubble next to one of the buildings. You pick up a stone slab and begin digging with your hands. After several minutes, you manage to dig deep enough that you can see inside the building. Go inside.
We're gonna get trapped down here.
Probably. Or we're gonna die. You carefully crawl into the building and look around. There isn't much to see inside, but you do find a door. You open it and enter the room. Inside you find a table covered with various papers and books.
Investigate.
Read the books. We're going to read the books and gain their knowledge. You slowly flip through the pages of the books. They are filled with strange symbols and diagrams. Some of them look very complicated, while others appear to be meaningless gibberish. Suddenly you hear a loud noise outside. It sounds like something exploded nearby. Take the books and investigate the noise. The noise. Investigate the noise. Noise.
It's like that meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moist.
Moist.
Investigate the moist. You rush out of the room as fast as you can. As soon as you exit, you hear another explosion. This time it's closer than the first one. Head towards the sound of the noise. So yeah, sorry there wasn't a video last week, guys. Like I said, with Christmas and everything, I just didn't have time to record one. So, you know, I just did that like update video to kind of like fill in some gaps in between the episodes and kind of explain that Google form and like how important it is for you guys to submit your custom prompts. Speaking of custom prompts, if you want to submit your custom prompts, I do have a link down in the description for that Google form. Just click the link, go fill it out, and click send. I'll get an email notification saying that you filled it out, and then you could have your custom prompt featured on an episode of Adventures with an AI. Wouldn't that be cool? You run as fast as you can towards the sounds of the explosions. You don't even stop to think about what might have caused them. When you reach the source of the noise, you see a group of people running away from something. What do I see? Please be a giant monster that I can stab with my rusty knife. Give it tetanus.
It's a mutant.
Probably. It's a fucking... What are those things from Fallout called?
Super mutants.
The big old claw things.
Oh, a death claw.
Death claw. You see a bunch of people running away from something. One of them looks frightened and runs off in the opposite direction from where you came from. Another one turns his head to look at you, but doesn't say anything. The last one keeps on walking straight ahead of you without saying anything either. Investigate what they're running from. See what happens. We die.
Pretty much.
It's a fucking death claw and it just kills us. You turn around and walk back to the group of people who are fleeing from something. You ask them if they know what happened or what was going on. They tell you that a bomb went off near their town, which resulted in a lot of casualties and destroyed many houses. Say, who has bombs in this day and age? Like, literally, who would have bombs in a post-apocalyptic world? Somebody in the military, or somebody who, like, prepped and saved up a bunch of gunpowder.
And created them?
Yeah. You keep asking questions until finally one of them tells you that the bombs were dropped by some military planes. He says that the government has been bombing towns in order to get rid of rebels and other undesirables. Say, which way did the planes go? The man points at a house in the distance and tells you that there is an entrance to a tunnel under the house. He also mentions that he saw soldiers guarding it when he left earlier. You follow his directions and eventually arrive at the tunnel entrance. Sneak into the tunnel.
Do we have a sneak skill that is proficient?
It just depends on if the AI wants to let us succeed or not.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no stats or anything like that. It
Oh.
just basically does it. You hide behind a rock and wait for the right moment. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your arm. You quickly pull it out of its socket and see that it's bleeding profusely. You then notice that there is another tunnel leading further down the mountain. I pulled my arm out of its socket to inspect it. I have detachable arms. I just took my whole arm off and was like, and then put it back on.
I guess we're a cyborg now? That'd be pretty cool if we were.
I'm actually going to try that prompt if we get into any kind of situation. I'm going to be like, use cybernetic arm. Head towards the other tunnel. Let's go check out the other tunnel. What stabbed my arm? Like, what caused it to bleed profusely? What cut me? Why? You cautiously enter the tunnel and find yourself in a small cave. There is no light inside the cave, so you have to use torchlight to illuminate your surroundings. You see several torches along with various pieces of equipment. What kind of equipment?
Computers.
Weapons. Medical supplies and more.
Yep.
You see a large amount of equipment, including computers, medical supplies, weapons, and more. You also notice that there are 2 doors on both sides of the cave. On the left side, you see a door with a big red cross painted on it. It leads to an underground bunker. Take medical supplies and a few guns. Check the computer for valuable information. Let's see how much of that prompt it actually lets me do.
Yeah, that was a pretty complex one.
You take all of the medicine and medical supplies you can carry and check the computer for any important information. You find nothing useful, though. A loud noise causes you to jump and start searching for something else. A piece of metal hits your shoulder, causing you to fall down again. Take a few guns and hide.
It's like a reasonable thing to do in this situation.
I mean, it gave me the supplies, it let me check the computers. It didn't give me a gun, though. I need a gun. In a post-apocalyptic world, if you ain't got a gun, you're probably dead.
Unless you're a cyborg.
You grab a couple of rifles and a pistol and hide them somewhere in the... I didn't want to hide them, I wanted to hide myself. You grab a couple of rifles and a pistol and hide them somewhere in the cave. You hear more explosions coming from above you. You crawl through the cave as fast as possible while keeping an eye out for snipers or anyone trying to ambush you.
Go back for the guns.
Go back for the guns. I didn't do all that work just to hide the guns and not take them, especially if they're just out in the open with no guards. That would be kind of dumb. Like, my dude's dumb, but I don't think he's that dumb.
Nah, I mean, the AI's just screwing you over.
You crawl back to the cave and look for guns. You find them, but unfortunately they're gone now.
God damn it.
The whole time you've been crawling through the cave, you've heard explosions coming from above and even felt a little shiver running down your spine. Find guns anyway. I didn't go through all that trouble to lose those guns. I'm getting a gun.
Give me my guns.
It's unfair. You run back to the cave and look around for anything that might be able to help you. You spot a bunch of grenades lying near a dead body. You pick up one of them and throw it at the explosion below you. It explodes, killing several people instantly and sending debris flying everywhere. So I threw a grenade at an explosion and killed a bunch of people. Pick up all of the grenades.
Can you loot the body that they were next to, too?
Yes.
It's with an A.
Yeah, no.
It's fine.
Pick up all of the grenades and a rifle. Loot the body. I'm gonna make it give me a rifle, goddammit.
I mean, we deserve it. We found 2 rifles and a pistol.
I don't know why I would need 2 rifles, unless, you know.
You were going to carry it back to that camp we're supposed to go back to?
You pick up all of the grenades and a rifle from the corpse. You then loot him for whatever he was carrying. In this case, you get a pistol and some ammo clips. Thank God!
Yes.
Alright.
Should we look for any other people that might be alive after that explosion?
Look for survivors. You continue looking for survivors until you eventually come across a group of about 10 people huddled together in the middle of the cave. They seem to be very scared and in tears. Where are we? One woman asks you. We were just here a minute ago. Say, you're in a cave. You should probably leave before it collapses. Right as I say that, the cave collapses on us and kills us.
Shit. Be our luck, wouldn't it?
What? We were just in here a minute ago, another man says. I don't know why we're still here. I mean, where's everyone else? Where did they go? The other man looks at his watch and nods. Keep exploring the cave. Fuck those guys.
They're obviously delusional.
They're probably got PTSD from me blowing up their friends. You keep exploring the cave and eventually you come across a large hole in the ground leading into darkness. You decide to head inside that way since it seems like it would be safer than continuing further outside. As you enter the tunnel, you feel yourself being pulled down into darkness. Continue downwards.
Do we have any source of light?
We had a torch, apparently.
Can we light that torch? I didn't mean to interrupt that prompt, but it did mention that it was dark, so it'd be kind of nice to see.
Light torch and continue downwards. You light the torch on the wall and try to descend deeper into the cave. As you do so, you notice that there is no ceiling in sight. There is only darkness surrounding you. Suddenly, a bright light shines directly onto your face. Identify the light. A beam of white light shines directly upon your face. It burns your eyes immediately and causes you to scream in pain. You fall backwards off the edge of the cliff and land hard on your ass. We were in a cave. We were in a cave!
Maybe there's a cliff in the cave.
Maybe. Did I break anything?
Well, now you're asking for it.
I mean, we got med kits.
We did grab medical supplies, yeah.
You quickly grab your phone and check the time. It's almost midnight. You must have fallen asleep during the day or something because you woke up in the morning with no memory of what happened last night.
It was all a dream.
Check my backpack for the medical supplies I found. Actually, I don't think I would know they were in there, but I'm going to check anyway. Because if they're not in there, then that literally was all a dream, and that was for nothing! You pull out your backpack and see that you've got everything you need. You can't believe how lucky you are. Suddenly, a loud noise echoes throughout the entire cave. You turn to find that it came from above you.
So now we're back.
Look and see what made the noise. You look up and see several large rocks falling from the sky. The sound is followed by a flash of light which blinds you momentarily. You hear an explosion followed by more rocks crashing down around you. Leave the cave and find safety. You run back into the cave as fast as... I wanted to leave the cave! I typed leave the cave, not run back in there and get squashed by rocks. You run back into the cave as fast as you can and then start climbing up the side of the cliff. You reach the top just in time to avoid getting crushed by falling rocks. When you get closer to the bottom, you see a massive rock fall coming towards you. Dodge it. You duck behind some nearby boulders and hide behind another one when the boulder hits you. It hurts like hell, but fortunately nothing else happens to you. After a few minutes, you manage to crawl away from the area and make your way back home. Camp for the night. We're just going to camp for the night.
Okay.
And then we'll go back out the next day and see what we can find. You spend the rest of the night hiding under a tree and wait for dawn. When you finally wake up, you realize that it's already past noon. You're hungry, so you go looking for food near your house.
Didn't we find a bunch of food already?
Eat food from my backpack. We did find a bunch of food. You grab a small bag of chips and a bottle of water from your pack. You take them both inside and put them on the table next to you. Eat the chips. You eagerly eat the chips and drink the water. After eating, you notice that there's still a bit left over in your mouth. You don't feel any hungry. You don't feel any hunger anymore, though. So maybe you didn't really eat all of it. Are they dill pickle chips? You carefully open the bag and see that it contains dill pickle chips. They taste pretty good, but you know you could probably eat more if you wanted to. It occurs to you that perhaps the chip was poisoned. Well, at least this will be interesting. Are the chips poisoned? We're going to die from poison chips. They've been radiated and we just die.
Wait, we grabbed that medical supplies. Maybe there'll be some rad way.
You cautiously open the bag and check to see if anything has been added to the chips. You find that there isn't much in there except salt and sugar. You also notice that there's a little piece of paper stuck to one of the chips with a number written on it.
What does it say?
Read the paper. Who puts a fucking,
It's a fortune cookie.
Who puts a fortune in a bag of chips? If you ate these chips, you would gain +2 strength. +2 to strength for 1 hour. This effect cannot occur again until the end of your next long rest. Good luck. That is some D&D shit right there.
It is.
Can
we save the rest of those chips for later?
Save the rest of the strength chips. I can't spell words. Welcome to the extra long extended Adventures with an AI. I don't think I've actually made an episode that's been running that has run for this long without the AI crashing or the prompt ending and me dying. You quickly grab the remaining chips and head back to your tent. You look through your bag once again and see that there's only enough strength chips left for one more round of testing. You decide to test them out first since you have an early morning class tomorrow. What?
Well,
so we're in school. The school of hard knocks. Go exploring and take advantage of my +2 strength buff. Man, I cannot spell today. I'm dyslexic. Jesus. I take advantage of that +2 strength buff. Go level up.
It only lasts for what, a day? For 1 hour.
For 1 hour, yeah. And it can't occur again until the end of a long rest. That is literally a line from D&D, I swear.
Yep.
You head outside and begin to explore the surrounding area. You get a lot of stuff done before you even start getting hungry again. Eventually, you come across a group of kids playing around in the grass. Ignore them and keep exploring. You ignore the children and continue exploring. Eventually you come across some old ruins that were used as a school during the day. The buildings aren't very well maintained, but there's something about them that draws you in. Explore the school. You walk into the school and see that it looks like it hasn't been touched in years. There's a few desks scattered around and some bookshelves lined up against the wall. Read the books. You slowly turn to the first book you see and begin reading it. It takes a while, but eventually you finish it. Welcome to the School of Necromancy, it begins. Holy shit!
This is getting exciting.
Become a necromancer! Oh my god. I already have plans if this works out. You sit down at your desk and begin studying the book. A few hours later, you're ready to learn how to become a necromancer. After spending several days studying the book, you finally feel like you've grown... You finally feel like you've got what it takes. Become a necromancer. I've got what it takes. I should be able to become a necromancer.
We're gonna summon the dead.
I'm gonna make an undead army and go take over...
Of radioactive ghouls.
And go take over the villages. I am a god now! You spend the next week practicing your skills and preparing yourself mentally. Finally, you feel ready to take on the world. Raise an undead army and conquer all known civilization. I'm gonna raise an undead army and conquer all of known civilization! Believe it or not, this was my plan all along, was to become a necromancer and become god of the new world.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You spend the next 2 weeks training your undead troops and then march out with them. You manage to conquer most of the nearby countryside, but unfortunately you run into a small band of bandits who ambush you. They kill many of your soldiers, but fortunately they don't find any of your dead bodies. Kill all the bandits
and re-raise the
and turn them into zombie slaves. I feel like necromancy would be the ultimate skill to have in a post-apocalyptic world.
Oh, yeah.
Where everything and everyone is dead or dying. You march forward with your undead horde and attack the bandits. Unfortunately, you don't make much progress against them, and after several hours of fighting, you lose most of your men. Reanimate them all? I'm a fucking necromancer! If they die, I'll re-res them, unless they're chopped up into bits, and then, you know... I guess we'll worry about that later. You quickly move through the bandits' corpses and bring back the ones still alive. You then raise them from their graves and send them forward to do battle with the remaining bandits. After a couple more hours of this, you have most of the bandit gang dead or running away. Reanimate all of the dead bandits! I can't believe this is fucking working.
Yeah, I can't either. This is pretty cool.
You stand over the dead bandits and look at them. You smile as you realize that now you can finally use your powers for good. Fuck that.
No.
You suddenly hear a loud noise outside and you rush out of your tent. What do I see? It doesn't matter. I have an undead army.
Yep.
I can do what I want. Since I conquered those villages, should I kill them all and turn them into zombies?
Why not? You're a necromancer.
You see a large explosion in the distance. You immediately think about what caused it, and you notice that there are many dead people falling from the sky.
Yes, it's a gift from God.
A few moments later, you hear another one. This time, it's coming from inside your tent. Reanimate all of the dead bodies.
Falling from the sky.
God was like, let there be armies of undead. You rush out of your tent and see that the entire camp has been destroyed by the explosion. You also see a huge crater in the ground where you used to practice your spells. The last thing you remember is seeing a bright light. Examine the crater. My army's dead.
We could just bring them back to life.
I mean, yeah. Well, it never did say that the zombies were dead. It just said there's a big-ass crater in the middle of my campground. I can't believe we made a fucking undead army. The art of necromancy. You stand in the middle of the crater and examine it. It looks like someone lit a match and threw it right into the center of your camp. The whole area around you seems to be scorched black, which isn't very surprising since you were casting fireballs out of your fingertips.
So now we can cast fireballs too?
We're a necromancer with fireballs.
Okay.
Reanimate my undead army and continue... Reanimate my undead army and continue the conquering. You immediately begin raising your undead army. Soon you have enough to start conquering the land again. Your reign of terror ends when you are attacked by a group of humans led by a man named Roldan. He manages to defeat your forces and takes control of them himself. Blast them all with fireballs!
Should have put exclamation points.
Oh my god, this is too fucking funny. This has probably been the best adventure I've had yet, because the game's not crashing, it's actually you remembering shit that's happened. You unleash a massive barrage of fireballs on the human army. Most of them die instantly, while others barely survive. Roldan attempts to escape, but he's too late. His own forces have already fled.
Reanimate.
Kill Roldan. He's gonna be my zombie general.
Yep.
I'm gonna reanimate him as the leader of second in command of my undead army. You charge towards him and incinerate him along with everyone else in your path. You feel great power coursing through you. Reanimate all of the dead people and conquer everything. I mean, if I have great power coursing through me, then I feel like I should be able to type everything from here on out in capital letters.
Capital letters, you're constantly screaming commands.
You don't care anymore. You're not going to let some weaklings try to stop you. You kill everyone who stands in your way, and soon everything is yours. Is that the end of the adventure?
Do we win the game?
Do we win the game? I'm going to say yes, because it says everything is yours. You feel so powerful and unstoppable, you conquer the world. Alright, I think that is a good stopping point for this fucking insane adventure. Holy crap. It started out so slow, and by the end of it, it got so damn crazy. Like, we became literally god of the known world.
Yep.
So, what do you think about AI Dungeon?
I thought it was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to check it out a little bit more.
Oh my god, I can't believe that this shit happened. That's going to be it for the video, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know the drill. Also, don't forget, if you want to see your custom prompt featured on an episode of Adventures with an AI, then hit up that Google form that's in the description below and send me your custom prompts, and I will play them on an episode of Adventures with an AI. But I'm Emerald Void.
This is Link Shadow.
And before we go, we've got one message for you, which should actually be a question. Are you feeling nostalgic yet? What's up, everybody? Emerald Void here, just wanting to end the video with this little message. I just want to say Happy New Year. Thank you all for an incredible 2019. Hopefully we get some more videos up in 2020 and we can have a killer year in 2020. I just wanted to stop, at the end of the video, say Happy New Year. Hope you all have a wonderful one. Thank you all so much for your support, and keep a lookout in 2020 for some of the cool things that we've got in the works, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. So, yeah, Happy New Year.